This is vast majority of YouTube ads and LinkedIn posts nowadays, basically trash content. And it looks like today's time to throw out some trash. So let's start with some YouTube ads that recently pissed me off, The first one's gonna be basically, I know you've all heard it and seen it at some point, and it says, "My work is easy because I use ClickUp." Well, guess what? No shit. It is equally true for Jira, it is equally true for Asana, for other types of bug tracking software. Let's watch this shit, shall we? To piss ourselves even more once again.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything.
First off, guys, the pace of this ad is way too damn quick. I can see it in this guy's eyes that he's not happy with it. He has, to speak like 400 words in a minute or in a second. It's just, it's a complete turn off for me. He looks like a crack addict, I don't know, like in IT, there's been this obsession that you have to move fast, it would be like ultra fast, super fast. It's always about fast. And it's never about quality. It's always about those goddamn sprints, those goddamn agile methodology bullshit, like calls and stuff. It's never about the real thing. It's never about business. It's never about customers, just about being fast. They constantly say, mostly like managers, of course. Yeah, our lovely parasites in the IT sphere. They usually say, and they always do that, you have to be fast. I don't care how it works. It should just be, shipped, delivered. Guess what? Customers care. Investors, they care indirectly because, once the sales are down, who's gonna be to blame? Oh yeah, the teams, right? There's these guys that promote these bug tracking, sprint planning software. There should be a term for that because, IT people love to label everything. Especially when you're using like AI tools, then you're like a wipe coder. Straight away. They don't think. They just label everything. Label your ass, Hey, let's move on with it.
I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done in a list view.
You gotta brain dump your own brain, I guess, at this point.
Next, I set a priority and a due date to keep things on track.
If I were a customer or like a potential client who's like looking for a system like this, I wouldn't go for it because it's like click. It's just all these like UI elements that bouncing on the screen. It's almost impossible to follow the trail of thought because it's way too fast. Speak clearer, speak slower. Your potential customer is not an IT junkie in most of the cases. Stop demanding them to be. Put yourself in the shoes of the customer. You have to explain them step by step. You have to show them. I worked in tech support and I had to work with elderly people, like senior citizens who were trying out, something new for in their lives, something that their generations didn't have. You have to be like super slow, super sequential. Step number one, you have to like make a relaxed atmosphere while you're talking to the person so that, you build this trust. Step number two, you have to explain things like piece by piece. Click here, it's gonna display this, then you click there, it's gonna display that, and so on and so forth. And the problems usually solve themselves if you take this approach. However, with this type of advertising, the first time I saw it, I wanted to punch my screen. Just, it just pissed me off so much. The IT people, they're very obsessed with speed. Almost they're like sniffing coke, I don't know. Okay, let's move on with it.
I create custom statuses to organize my progress exactly how I want.
Prioritization and status creation. Is this something that Jira can do? Is this something that Asana can do? I've tried using ClickUp, but not because my work was hard, because I was exploring the market one time. And basically all these programs are just a wrap up of the same functionality with different UIs. They don't have anything else to offer. And they never will because it's just straightforward and self-explanatory. Give them a high five for the for the pleasant style of the UI, user-friendly stuff. But when I tried using the ClickUp, I got confused pretty fast. It was just a mess of UI elements stacked upon each other with multiple to infinite levels of nestedness of the elements and tasks. As a QA, as a PM, I know, even as a manager, I tried to put myself in the shoes of these people, of these roles, basically. And it came down upon me that you don't really need that much to use that system. You need to create a couple of projects, for the dev team, for the QA team, probably for the management as well. You need the task flow diagram and being able, to connect the dots and the statuses. And maybe you need a few customized filters for these tasks and sprints. Also, you can add Springboard and Kanban board. That's basically, later on, you can set up some automations, but this is enough for now.
I like to add the action items field so AI can show me the next steps.
No, AI won't show you the next steps. All that AI will show you is potentially a bunch of lies and you're absolutely right type of response. Or my apologies, two most mainstream responses that I've ever received from the AI. And I don't trust AI on showing me my next steps because, I need to know my next steps. I need to be aware of my next steps. Be it the work day or the work week. If you plan for the week ahead, for the month ahead, it never works out the way you plan it. And then you get disappointed. So, I never plan farther than for a day now. Trying to live in the moment, just have fun and with no cell phones and shit.
I have my teammates as watchers, so they're in the loop.
Jira can do basically everything that's been shown in this ad. Every single feature is available in Jira. Even some AI robo chat, I guess, or something like that. Never used it, and hopefully I never will.
ClickUp makes work easy, from personal projects to running a multi-billion-dollar company. Click the link.
Jesus Christ, you know, oh, I want to puke because this is like some sort of like LSD visuals for me. It sort of takes me on a bad trip. I guess it's not even that I don't want to watch this type of content. It just pops up on YouTube, you know, and it just follows me around like 2 to 3 times per each video I watch. I see this nonsense.
Below to create your workspace for free.
Well, I guess Jira can do that as well. Okay. Like, for now, I'm not gonna lie, I've used this system before. I got confused with it. I don't think I'll use this again unless I see it being simplified to have all that functionality that I've just mentioned recently. So basically, I guess that's not my cup of tea. So the next piece of junk I want to review basically is some sort of an AI program or course that has been like circulating the YouTube ads field, sort of give us your money type of thing. It's a little bit trashy in itself. Let's take a look at this.
It gets 123 million visits a day, and most people still use it like a toy. Here's how to use it smart.
What's with the video for this ad? How does it even fit the actual narrative? Just completely like random video, almost as if this was like generated within AI itself. Yeah, we understand that, you know, ChatGPT is a popular tool just because the hype train is still on and it's still going. But what do you mean by, you know, that most people still use it like a toy? How are they supposed to use it? Like, you're not being distinct with it. So basically, like, what do you mean? Like, explain, elaborate. What do you mean like a toy? Is this something to get your hype going, to get your hype sales, you know, jumping or something like that? And the video, like, yeah, just 2 girls in the car. I guess they're like stuck in a traffic jam or something. It's just completely unrelated to the story, to the narrative. But wait, there's more. This is my favorite, actually. This is my favorite.
Businesses with AI, while the only AI you know is ChatGPT. Let's be real. Most people over 40 use ChatGPT like it's Google.
You cannot even comprehend how much this pissed me off when I first watched it. Teenagers are building businesses with AI. And here, I got a question for all the teenagers, basically. I'm a seasoned millennial, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm in my mid-30s right now. I don't look the part because, you know, I'm a vampire, basically. My question goes out to all the teenagers. What businesses are you building? This is like without a sarcasm or some, you know, other stuff. No, like dark humor, no like second thoughts. If you're building businesses with AI, which businesses are you building? What real problems or issues in our modern world does your business solve? Because, like, personally, I haven't seen a single teenager who would build their business with AI, just as this ad says. Probably, like, besides the AI, the generative AI, like the faceless YouTube channels. That's one thing. But I think we're being flooded by this content as of late. I've seen the guy like who's like 10 years younger than me, and he's been putting out some videos regarding the where he describes how he does this stuff, where he shows how to build the faceless YouTube channel and on some different topics for boomers, basically, like something like audiobooks, which are voiced over by some 11 Labs generated voice or like voice lib. And the topic for that, I guess, was like wives' revenge on their husbands, something like cheating and all that stuff. He said that in the videos that he put out, he basically said that it worked out for him, but it's one guy. So he's got a couple of helpers who do the editing because it also requires time and effort. It's just one guy, and he's like having, like, as he said, hundreds of such channels. It's just one guy. Now let's like scale and extrapolate and just imagine this market and just imagine the amount of competitors. If anybody like with a decent amount of brain cells can do this, it's just gonna be flooded, oversaturated market. And I guess this market of the faceless YouTube channels is so oversaturated right now that you may just put in a lot of time and effort, probably money, if you want to use some decent generative AI tools, right? And there is absolutely no guarantee that you're gonna get somewhere with it. So besides that, I don't know. If you know, like, what are the niches, the profitable niches, the niches that are actually, you know, valuable for the society, for users, just let me know, because I don't know. And they're, you know, these ads, the ad makers, I know what information they rely on. It looks like a scam to me. AI is perfect for shit posting and basically like this trash content. I get this unnerving like feeling whenever I watch the AI content. It's nothing. It's like, it's just a simulation. It's not real. It's never gonna be real. It's just, you know, some Matrix produced content, basically. And with all these, you know, Sora 2 development and all these like new social media specifically, which are designed specifically for the AI content posting. Come on, it's just another trap to keep you stuck, to keep you distracted from reality, like the real reality, the physical one, which you can actually touch, smell, you know. The question remains open.
Copy, paste, ask a basic question, move on.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Like copy paste, ask a basic question and move on? What are you supposed to do? Like have some philosophical chit chats with an LLM, which is dead, which doesn't exist, which basically like it's an algorithm. It doesn't have consciousness. It doesn't have a soul. It's not like a human being. Like I'm just trying to, put the pieces together in my head. Maybe I'm moving in some wrong direction, which I'm not sure I am. What are you trying to say? Everybody's warning us that it's going to develop even more and the rate that human mind cannot comprehend. But maybe it's just we as humans are getting dumber because of the tools like these. We forgot how to speak, we forgot how to express ourselves, we forgot how to be ourselves. And we rely too much on this stuff.
That's not how smart people use AI. Tomorrow, we're starting the 28-day AI challenge for beginners over 40. Just 15 minutes a day to level up.
Well, basically what I can think of is how would this course look like? Say lesson number 1, how to sign up in ChatGPT or how to sign up in 11 Labs, how to start using Copilot. People do that mostly out of curiosity. Some people rely on that too much. And some people really have the philosophical chit chats with it. And I've seen that, like they're speaking about religion, they're speaking about some, conspiracy theories and stuff. Let's remember, it is designed to agree with you. You can start like 2 parallel sessions, so like 2 windows with the GPT, for example. And in the first one, you're gonna provide some prompt which says that, for example, Hitler was right. And the second one, you say like Hitler was wrong. And like the responses in both of these sessions is gonna give you, they're gonna be identical and start like, you're absolutely right. In the case where it was right, in the case where it was wrong. It's just an experiment. And try it out for yourself. Once again, I'm not seeing any value in these types of courses, in these types of ads. But if they exist, it looks like people are actually get hooked on this, hype train.
1 week, you'll feel unstoppable.
Hopefully, this hype train is just gonna crash one day, which it will. I want to believe that it's gonna happen like sooner than later.
2 weeks, you'll have your strategy. In a month, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner.
I mean, like, what advice can AI possibly give you? Despite solving some atomic tasks, like when you're coding or something, or when you're like providing very distinct logic, because you can, for example, you cannot construct it code-wise or like code it straight away. Strategy for what? How can my car drive itself based on some prompt? Or like how to start a faceless YouTube channel? At this point in time, there's like millions of faceless YouTube channels, and they're given birth and they die just as fast as these apocalypse progresses. So nothing to add here, really nothing. And then they got something like this ad. This is like from the same organization, I guess the cursive.io it's called, set of ads, and they have very same text. If you put them side by side and they're like synchronized, they're just reading out the same text for the ad. Completely original. I believe you. Why not? Why shouldn't I? Because I'm a dumb user who's willing to pay all of his money into the void.
Let's be real. Most people over 40 use ChatGPT like it's Google.
I think I've heard this somewhere. Why am I not supposed to use it like Google? We all use Google on an everyday basis. Like maybe not Google, but since it's like one of the most popular search engines in the world, we still do, and we will continue doing that despite the apocalypse, because we're searching for some information, and based on that info, what we are presented with, we try to dig deeper to solve our problems or to answer our questions that we have.
Copy, paste, ask a basic question, move on.
It's just like with the mobile games ads. Basically, like there's a guy or a girl like genuinely excited to tap on the phone which is turned off and pretend like they are playing the game, which is basically like a video track of some pre-rendered sequence, and there's nothing more to it.
That's not how smart people use AI.
Okay, I am dumb, I don't know how to use AI. How am I supposed to use AI? If I'm searching for tickets, for example, flight tickets to Barcelona, for example. Where is this line that distinguishes dumb user such as myself from the smart user who pays like, I don't know, like $40 or whatever, I don't know, like the pricing for these courses? How am I supposed to search that? Is my question supposed to be different? Do I ask it to calculate the area of a sphere or how to turn a sphere inside out? Why would I need that in my everyday life? Newsflash for you. Most people tend to use it for simple questions. How to prepare some dish or how to prepare for a trip or find local services in some area. We already have services for that. So basically here AI doesn't bring anything new to the table besides scamming possibilities, probably, given its generative abilities such as voiceover. But even those voiceovers, you can clearly distinguish an AI generated voice from a human one. It's different, it's robotic, it's soulless.
Tomorrow, we're starting the 28-day AI challenge for beginners over 40.
I'm not even gonna continue that because I think you already got the point, because you, my friends, are smart. real smart, not fake as smart as they're trying to promote here. And last but not least, I want to point out some LinkedIn cringe posts, which made me cringe personally. It's almost as if we are truly getting dumber as a species. IT used to be and tech used to be smart, but nowadays it's like flooded with parasites, it's flooded with inexperienced, incompetent so-called specialists who try to promote stuff that they have not been through, that they have not experienced, with. So let's take a look at these posts. He's like an ex-vice president of engineering and, you know, startup, I guess like co-founder, owner, everybody's CEO nowadays, right? He's got the AI generated avatar, which speaks volumes to me. If there's any technical specialist watching me right now, I want you to pay attention to this, because you're gonna feel pissed off straight away. From the very first like phrase right here, you must be able to deploy on Friday. No, I must not. I understand, like if you're 20 some years old, you don't have a family, you don't have any responsibilities other than your startup or other than your work. You want to work 24/7, be able to deploy just when you have a thought about deploying. Not all people are like that. Nobody is gonna give a crap about your business more than you. Even if you like have some co-founders, they are gonna give a damn about their own like respective fields of work. But most people do their jobs just to get paid, myself included, not gonna lie here. I used to have like passion towards this industry, towards this business as a whole. It's not that I don't have anymore, I just like have some specific processes and tooling and tasks that I like doing. I like the creative process of it all. I like my creative freedom. I thrive in these sort of environments. But if you are able to deploy on Friday, then you most likely are gonna work Saturdays and Sundays. And you're gonna be overworked, burnt out, and then like, guess what? Then your week starts and you have to work again 24/7, yatch. Okay, let's move on with it. So if your team avoids Friday deployments, that's not a culture choice, it's a testing gap. Yeah, blame testing, right? We QAs, such as myself, we are always the ones who take the blame. Not the shitty code, not the bugged processes, broken processes, not the unwillingness of other specialists to, you know, to fix their shit. It's always a testing gap. Okay, try and remove the QAs completely. Okay, I'll see how long you last. Probably some businesses are gonna last longer, but without proper testing, it's gonna turn into Hell's Kitchen with shit ton of bugs that you won't be able to solve because you won't be able to localize and see that. It's gonna be like visible only in production. Emergencies don't respect your sprint calendar. Production issues won't wait for Monday. You are creating emergencies when you're deploying on a Friday night. So like you're generating issues. You're not solving anything. You're creating problems and then you like try to think of the solutions, right? Let's reverse engineer that. Production issues don't wait for Monday. Then don't deploy on Friday, for God's sake. Let people have the rest so they're like fresh on Monday and then, like during the new week. Best practice from my experiences is to deploy either on Wednesday or Thursday because you still have time to hotfix and test it. Or if you're brave enough to do the Friday night deploys, you have to, you know, pay the specialists who are gonna work overtime. You gotta record all that, keep track of the time they have invested, and they gotta get paid like adequately and respectfully for that time that they took to do the job instead of spending time with their families or actually living the life that they're supposed to live, which is not in front of the computer screen all the time. If you can deploy safely on any day, including Friday, then you don't have enough automated tests or enough observability or infrastructure as code, or confidence in your release process. It's not about confidence, it's about adequacy. It's about letting people actually live their lives. They're not your slaves, for God's sake. As much as you want them to, they're not. Never deploy on a Friday is a symptom, not a policy. Fix the root cause. Yeah, make the 7-day work week, right? This is the solution that you're proposing, right? Something makes me think that this post was also AI generated, like structure-wise. We live in the age of robots, soulless machines. And then, boy oh boy, we got my favorite. So here we got this HR with like 15 years of experience who says that most candidates win. Tell me about yourself. That's why they lose control of the interview in the first 60 seconds. Why you are asking anybody to tell you about yourself? They already did with a CV, with some cover letters. We're supposed to, to write a shit ton of documentation just to get rejected or just to get ignored, basically. You've prepped your star stories, researched the company. Another thing, yeah, I've wasted my time doing some company research, CV writing, adjustments, cover letters, motivational layers and stuff. For what? But when that first question hits, everything comes out like a biography. What is it supposed to look like? You need a dopamine hit? You're in the wrong business then. It's not about dopamine hit. Tech is about getting pissed off and solving problems, I guess, at this point. This isn't a small talk question. It's a positioning statement. Like what? That I hit the gym like 2 or 3 times a week. This is my positioning statement. That I like drafting, for example, or that I like compose music when I have like free time or when I'm in a creative state. What is the positioning statement you're talking about? It tells me how you think, what you value, and whether you fit the mission. What mission? What mission? It's almost like, you know, they're never satisfied. You're like always wrong. If you don't tell anything about yourself, you're wrong. If you tell something about yourself, you're wrong because you did it the wrong way they were supposed to do. Because guess what? Like, newsflash for you, you're not a telepath. You know, you cannot read minds. You cannot expect what other person thinks. You cannot like read their mind. You cannot read their thoughts. Here's the recruiter approved structure. Present, who you are now and what you do. It's already reflected in the CV. It's already reflected if some guys have YouTube channels like myself, where you can hop on it and actually do your HR job and investigate the candidates you're gonna work with. 1, 2 relevant highlights or results. For most people, myself included, a job is just a job, you know. I do not remember the bugs and the issues. I do not remember like every little single detail. I just do my job to get paid and leave. That's it. If you're hired for the role, you're supposed, you know, to work within that role's competencies. Not more, not less. Just like that. In future, what you're looking to do next? Well, I'm looking to stay alive, you know. Given the current state of our species, we're like in the midst of shitstorm right now. Anywhere you look, we got wars, we got hunger, we got AI apocalypse, we got mass layoffs, we got all of that stuff, and they're happening at the same time. And it's just the tip of the iceberg of what's to come, I guess. Keep it under 90 seconds. I guess I should like hit the timer on my phone, and if I'm being like over 90 seconds, let it be like 90.1. Then I guess I'm gonna be ignored, shouted at, and criticized for it, right? Clear, confident, connected to the role. Most companies do the NDAs. Even the like HRs don't know about the tech processes. While I'm not yet aware of the specifics of this position, of the processes, tech-wise speaking mostly, how can I be connected to the role? I am connected to the role because it pays. And that's it. Your own story, don't recite your CV. Well, basically, what do you want me to say then? All of my professional experiences, you know, is encapsulated in the CV. As for most people, nail this and you set the tone for the entire interview. Listen, I'm not giving you a show. I'm not some movie star, you know, to give you a show. I'm not supposed to give you a show. It's just a goddamn screening interview, which lasts about like 30 minutes at maximum. In most cases, even less. I'm not supposed to, like, what do you want me to do? Dance, sing, do some stupid ass moves, Mexican wave? Jesus Christ. These people piss me off more and more each day. You're not answering questions, you're leading the conversation. Aren't you supposed to be the person who is interested in knowing more about the candidate? Okay, if I'm not answering the questions, let's talk about my travel experience then, right? About my dating experience then. There's plenty of topics to talk about. And he speaks of himself like in third person. Follow Ryan. For honest, career truth, no one else will tell you. These modern people, modern tech people, they're so damn entitled to everything. I'm gonna land you down to earth a little bit. You're not some type of superstar, an influencer, like a movie actor, or whatever the hell. You're just an interviewer. So please do your job as an interviewer. And I'm not trying to, you know, downsize your job. All I'm trying to say here is stop being these goddamn entitled. But I'm gonna continue pointing out, you know, all this BS, which has taken the tech sphere by storm as of late. Maybe it was like this the whole time, but I cannot remember it being this way a few years back. Like 3, 4, 5 years back, it was like a completely different picture. Stupidity, incompetency, and entitlement. This is what we're dealing with, folks. Anyways, hope you had some good time watching these and listening to me. Yeah, see you again in the future with more shitty ass stories. Bye, peace out.